Hello everyone, this is from Spain from the Viera Empire. I haven't made a video in a while, so I decided that I was going to make a new one for you all. I'm going to have 5 tips on how to make gold as both free to play and also as a member. Throughout the different scenes I'll show you how to make money doing that, and then I'll also release some other videos showing you some more tips on how to do that. Some are a little more unconventional, a lot of people don't know about it. They're markets that aren't usually hit that much by many people, so it's not like it's overinflated or has too much supply to them. So I'll go ahead and show you those methods. Alright, I'm sitting here right now in Viera's Enclave, which is in the middle of the wild. And the first method I'm going to be showing you is how to make money from selling to the wild general shop. Now what's good about this general shop is the fact that the first item, if there's no stock of it in there, they'll buy it for a high alky price. So you're going to have to test the market on which items you sell to them and things like this to see how much you could sell before you reach how much you could buy them for. Usually what you'll do is you'll buy the items from the GE. The best items to do this with is gold rings, gold necklaces, gold amulets, gold bracelets if you're members. And the thing is that when you do this, like I said, first one they'll buy high alky, then there's a mathematical formula that they use. I'm not too sure what it is, but each one goes down a certain percentage in price. I found that I could usually sell about 10 gold necklaces before I need a roll top and then sell to the store again. There is people doing this, mostly on free-to-play worlds you'll run into robots doing this, but on members there's not too much, even though there may be some. So you just gotta figure it out. Watch before you sell to them. Don't sell your whole stock accidentally or nothing like that. So the 3 methods to get there quickly. The first one I'll show you if you're free to play is that you go to your quest tab, you click on the red one, which is your minigame tab, click on the drop down menu, and then you could click Clan Wars. You could also go to Last Man Standing, or if you're free to play you could also teleport to Castle Wars because the door will be closed and you just click on it and then it'll bring you out to Viera's Enclave. And you just click teleport. Don't click join. If you click join, they're going to put you in the game chat, the CC for that, like Castle Wars and things like that. It'd be worthless. So after you do that, you'll teleport right here, usually over to this area up in this map. If you're a member, you really have 2 choices. You could also use that method, but you also have 2 other choices you could use, which is using the ring with dueling. You could rub it, and then you could teleport directly to Viera's Enclave. The other way to do it is more direct by using a burning amulet, and you could actually teleport right outside the bandit camp. I could run up from here. I'm just going to teleport to save time. Now, the best thing to do is to turn on your prayer because obviously there's going to be bandits in here that are going to attack you. I'm starting off with 200 gold necklaces. This is pretty good. It's going to be about 20 hops because I'm going to sell 10 per thing. And I'm just going to turn on my prayer to protect real quick. Now we're over here at the general store. There doesn't appear to be any bandits inside, so I'm just going to go straight inside, make sure to close that door, and then we'll trade with him. As you can see, it's clear, and the value, you can see that's paying way above the GE price, since this is a high alky price. On the GE currently, I believe they're about 133. I'll just type it in to show you. So currently on the GE, they're 133 gold coins each one. So the first one, I'm obviously going to sell them. I'm going to sell 10. So there's my money. And afterwards, the price is 135, which is still 2 gold above the GE price. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to roll top real quick, and then sell to the next world. And I'm just going to repeat this process over and over again until I sold all my gold necklaces. I wouldn't suggest doing this in a large amount because it does definitely get boring, but I would definitely do like 100, 200 of each item. That's only about 10 or 20 roll tops. You make a pretty good profit doing it, so it's not something that's going to be hard. As far as people are going to say, well, it's dangerous because of the PKers, there's really not that many PKers that come into this area. There is, but yet again, you're right here at level 24 Wilderness. All you really have to do is run 5 levels down and you could teleport, or even 4 levels down, you could teleport out of the wild. It's not that dangerous. So I would say this is probably a very good money maker. It's quick to do. You could do easily 10 or 20 different items. If you really need, you could bring somebody to help protect you, or you could just come prepared yourself and ready to fight. But like I said, it's not that far in order to escape and teleport out of the wild. Not that many people, especially if you're low level, are going to be able to use Teleblock on you. Now I'm at the G. This next step is basically going to be 3 in 1. So you could choose if you want to stop at step 1, go to step 2, or whatever you want to do. This is going to involve buying either fill the bowls of water yourself or buy them from the GE. You could either use a range or you could use a fire. This method, unlike the first one, which is both free to play and members, is only members. So the first thing you're going to do is start a fire. After this, you want to click on the bowls of water, click on the fire. You're going to cook all of them. All these are going to turn into bowls of hot water. At this point, once you're done cooking these, you could turn around, you could sell it on the GE. Sometimes these sell above GE price, sometimes they sell at GE price, sometimes they sell below. The market really changes by the day depending on how much the demand is for it and how much supply. There's usually not too much supply for it, so it's not a very well fought over market if you do want to corner it, or flipping it for that matter. Past this point, you could either sell these like I said, or the next step is going to be putting them into empty cups, which is going to make you a cup of hot water, I believe it's called. Right now, I'm only going to sell 5 at GE price to see what the market is going for. If it doesn't sell below this, I'll see. But you can see already I sold 1 out of 5. Obviously, there's not much demand at the GE price. I did buy these bowl of water for, I think, 45 gold each. They're 44 gold right now on the GE. So, actually, it sold a bit above. The next one, I'm just going to sell for 1 gold these 5 and see basically what is the lowest that people are buying these for. So the lowest that people are buying these for, I got 785 gold for it. It's obviously well above whatever you're paying for the logs, or if you use a range like in Cathar Bay, it's for free, or anywhere else for that matter if there's a closer range. These bowls of hot water almost always have a demand for them. The price is just depending. And from here I'll show you how you put them in the cups. Right here you can see we have empty cups. You could either buy these from NPCs, I believe from cooking supply stores sell them. You could also steal cups of tea, drink the tea out of them, and you have an empty cup. So I'm just going to take out 5. Now this is pretty much labor intensive because each bowl you have to click and it's only going to do it once. It's not automatic, so you're just going to have to keep putting these in here. Now the nice thing is you're still going to have your bowls left over. At that point in time, you could either take all these bowls that you have left over, fill them back up with water, repeat the process, or you could always just sell the bowls back off on the GE for an extra profit. Now each cup of water, as you can see here, is selling on the GE for 331 gold. We're going to yet again test the market. I'll just see one, see what they go for, and then from there we'll go. So right now the lowest that they're selling for is 250. You could try throwing it up at the GE price, maybe a little below that, wait a bit, but you could instant sell each one of these cups for 250 gold. So even if you boil the bowls of water and you went throughout the whole entire process, you're speaking at least a 200 gold profit on each cup, depending on how much you bought the cups for. Now, the cups, depending if you're stealing them or however you're getting them, could be cheap, or you could buy them more expensive from the GE, since I believe they're going for, I actually haven't checked them in a while, going for 16 gold each cup. So it's not too expensive, it doesn't cut into your profit too much, and this is pretty easy to do. Okay everyone, this next step is very simple. I'm in Erdong. Basically what we're going to be doing is selling silk to the silk trader. On the GE, silk I believe is selling for 9 gold each one. So this next method, by selling to him, you're going to be selling it for 60 gold each silk piece, which means you're making 51 gold profit each one. What you'll do is you'll talk to him. He's going to negotiate with you about how much you are going to offer the silk for. I say 120. He's going to negotiate with you, say 50. After this, you'll say I'll give it to you for 60. He'll agree, and I'll pay you for the whole entire inventory. This is very quick to do. It's not hard. Right next door is a bank. You can see it on the map. It wouldn't take very long. You could use energy potions or maybe super energy potions in order to try to keep your run energy up longer, do runs quicker, but it's a pretty good money making method. I would say it probably makes about close to 200,000 gold per hour. Of course, it's only for members, so that's about the only requirement. Other than that, if you do steal from the silk stall, you won't be able to, I believe, sell to him for 30 minutes. So it may not be something where you could just steal and resell to him right away. I'm not sure if rolled hopping or logging out will remove it, but this will just be purely a thing where you'll buy it from the GE and then resell it to him. Right, so basically, to do a summary of this video, if you use the money making method to sell items to the bandit camp in the wild, I would say you make about 500k to 2 million gold an hour, depending if you're free to play or members. Depends how much risk you're willing to take. Some people may only want to take a few items with them. Some people may take a whole entire full inventory full of items with them and notes to do that. I would say it really depends on if you're free to play a member and what type of risk you're willing to take. Some people will only take 100 or 200,000 gold worth of items with them. Some may take 10 or 20 million gold worth of items to sell to the store at the same time. Now, if you're a member, of course, there is safer ways to do that. The Rogue's Den is another method in order to sell for a high alky price, if I remember correctly. But you do, I believe, need 50 thieving and 50 agility to use it. Quite not too sure how many robots or how many people are currently using that method over there, since it is safe. I would imagine there is probably a few more people doing it. I haven't done it myself, so I can't really say whether it is or it isn't. You also have, I believe, the general store in West Ardung, which buys for low alky prices. Now obviously you can't sell as many, it would be a little bit slower, but you would still be able to make a good profit off of it. I just prefer the bandit camp because it's free to play or members. You could do both. You could teleport directly to it, and like I said, there isn't too many PKers there, so I won't really worry too much. I probably limit your risk, maybe only bringing 1 million or 2 million worth of items, have emergency teleports, and if you really need to, have a friend, a clan member, whoever, come protect you, or even an alt. The next method, boiling the bowls of water, I timed it. You could boil about 220,000 gold worth of bowls of water, hot bowls of water I mean. It's a pretty good money making method. Depends if you're filling the bowls yourself or not. Obviously that won't be full profit, but it'll be close to it. If you're putting the bowls of hot water into cups and making hot cups of water, you're making close to, I would say, 556,000 gold per hour, depending if you're selling it for the GE price or not. This is pretty good. You could either buy the bowls of water yourself and cook them, which will obviously give you a bigger profit, or you could just buy the bowls of water off of the GE yourself. These are used to, I believe, make Gothic's rests, which are mostly, I see a lot of PKers use them and other people use them. And for the last method, which would be selling silk, depending on how fast you are, if you're using run energy, things like this, I would say you would probably make a good decent 100k to 140k gold per hour using this method. As far as that, I promise a fifth method, and I will always say this, fifth method to make money in this game is going to be flipping, which means it's buying low, selling high. So there's usually items that I like to do. I like to stick to free-to-play items. Obviously there's still member items, a lot more than free-to-play, and a lot of profit you can make. But I have a set of items that I like to do. And also one thing, if you're a serious flipper, you're going to want other accounts to get around trade limits. You're stuck to buying only so many every 4 hours. Now if you have 5 accounts, 10 accounts, if you want to go that big, or maybe only 1 or 2 to get around the trade limits, that's going to increase your profit. So something that maybe only people would be able to make 1 or 2 million every 4 hours, I'm able to make 10 to 20 million every 4 hours. So obviously that's something that I do in this game to make a lot of gold. It's something that I do in order to fund any activity that I'm doing in the game. That's pretty much it for the video. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. I'll see you next video.